When you see an Aston Martin, you probably think of a few things, right? Speed, incredible style, maybe even a certain secret agent. But what if its real power isn't on the road at all? What if it's actually more like a high-end ATM? Yeah, you heard me. Let's get into it. This quote right here, it just nails it. The value isn't just in the thrill of driving it. Nope, it's in the metal, the badge, the history, the brand itself. It's basically a key that can unlock some serious capital. So how on earth does that actually work? Well, the whole system is built on something called collateral lending. And it completely flips the script on how we think about loans. See, instead of a bank digging through your credit score and your income, this world cares about just one thing: the asset. In this case, the car's market value, its condition, its story, its provenance. That becomes your financial superpower. Okay, so which Astons actually have this kind of power? Let's start with the modern workhorses of the brand, the current generation of cars that mix cutting-edge tech with huge demand. First up, you've got Aston's latest and greatest, the DB12. They called it the world's first super tourer when it launched back in 2023. It's the new benchmark for the company and, as you can imagine, a very, very solid asset. So just think about what a lender sees here. You've got a brand new model, that incredible hand-finished quality, and, of course, that monstrous V8 engine. It all creates this perfect storm where demand on the used market is through the roof. And that, right there, translates directly into a super strong, super reliable valuation for a loan. Next up, we have Aston's pure driver's car, the Vantage. This is the one that goes head-to-head with performance icons. Think something like a Porsche 911. Now, what gives the Vantage its financial clout is its wide appeal. Because it's a rival to cars like the 911, it attracts this huge, stable market of buyers. That creates a really predictable value range, anywhere from high five figures up to the low six figures, which makes it an incredibly flexible asset for securing all kinds of different loan sizes. But hold on, it's not all sleek sports cars. Say hello to the DBX 707. This is Aston Martin's beast of an SUV, and believe it or not, it's a surprisingly powerful financial tool. This is a perfect example of how value gets created. The DBX 707 is like a chameleon. It's a practical family car one minute, and then it's a high-performance status symbol the next. This double life basically doubles its potential audience, which keeps its resale value strong and allows owners to unlock some pretty substantial capital. All right, let's leave the modern showroom behind because we're about to enter the world of legends. We're talking about the blue-chip classics and the insane hypercars. Vehicles so rare, so iconic, they're basically multi-million-pound keys to a vault of cash. And really, where else could we possibly start but with the most famous car in the world, the DB5? I mean, even if you know nothing about cars, you know this car. To a lender, a DB5 is what you call a blue-chip asset. It's as reliable an investment as a blue-chip stock. Its connection to James Bond gives it this cultural weight that just pushes its value into the seven-figure range. But with a car like this, its story, its provenance is absolutely everything. A lender will need to see a documented history, proof of matching numbers, meaning the original engine and chassis are still a pair. Without that paperwork, the value can change, and I mean dramatically. From a cultural icon to a technological one, this is the Valkyrie. It's pretty much a road-legal Formula One car, developed with none other than Red Bull Racing. So what makes the Valkyrie such a beast when it comes to collateral? It's all about extreme scarcity. They only built 150 of the road-going version, so it was an instant collectible the second it was announced. This thing isn't just a car. It's a piece of automotive art that people invest in. An owner can secure a seven-figure loan against it, often while the car's market value is still going up. It's literally like taking a loan out against a rising stock. Insane. So what's the absolute peak, the very top of the Aston Martin food chain? We're talking about a price tag somewhere in this neighborhood, £7 million. And honestly, a lot of times way, way more. And this is the car that commands that kind of money, the DB4 GT Zagato. Just look at it, a masterpiece of British engineering and Italian design from 1960. They only made a tiny handful of these. Owning one is like owning a Monet or a Picasso. It's the ultimate key for unlocking capital. But, okay, let's take a really interesting detour. Value isn't always about horsepower or being famous from the movies. Sometimes it's about being rare, being different, and, just being a little bit weird. Just look at these two oddballs. On one side, you have the Signet, this tiny, luxurious city car that, get this, was only sold to existing Aston Martin owners. And on the other, the Lagonda, that radical, wedge-shaped sedan from the 70s. Neither of these are setting any lap records, but their sheer uniqueness gives them value. The Signet's rarity alone gets at a mid-five-figure price tag, and the Lagonda's iconic, unmistakable style can fetch anywhere from 5 to low six figures. It's just proof that in this world, character and a good story can be just as valuable as raw speed. So we've seen the what. Now let's get down to the how. How does someone actually turn their car into cash? Well, the process is surprisingly simple. Okay, the big difference here is what the loan is actually based on. A bank looks at you, your credit history, your income, the whole nine yards. A luxury asset lender, they look at the car. That's it. This one simple change makes the whole thing faster, way more discreet, and it has absolutely zero impact on your personal credit score. And the process itself? It's incredibly straightforward. It all starts with an expert valuation of the car. Based on that number, they make you a loan offer. If you accept, the car gets moved to a secure, fully insured storage facility for the length of the loan. And here's the best part. You still own it. Once the loan's paid off, you get your car back. Simple as that. And at the end of the day, that's the main takeaway here. It's all about the asset. Whether we're talking about a brand new DB12 or a legendary Zagato, this entire financial world is built on one thing: the real, provable value of the item itself. So why do people actually do this? Well, for all sorts of reasons. Maybe to fund a new business opportunity, to arrange some bridging finance between deals, or just for a quick personal cash injection. It's a way to get your hands on liquid cash without having to sell something you love, and without all the red tape and hurdles of a traditional bank. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. Look, an Aston Martin is obviously a super high-value thing, but this idea of unlocking the value that's tied up in physical objects, it kind of makes you look at the world a little differently, doesn't it? It makes you wonder, what other hidden assets are just sitting there quietly, in garages, in safes, in collections all around us, just waiting for their potential to be unlocked?